Okay. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
To give you Amorites and blue, but I don't know why it's not. Why is Mlungis and I'm Mlungis? Okay, I'm just gonna make you a host. Can I make you a host, Mlo?
Yeah, no problem.
So this was on Admitela Aband.
Okay.
Okay. Just in case. All right. Yahamba ke i-presentation yami. Okay, buyisa ama-rights ami lo. Let me just get them back. Lu. Okay, let me just reclaim it. Okay, fine. I've reclaimed it.
Okay.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah,
with quantum metal, with preserve and enhance. Yeah. Okay, my name is Maniseti Mlotshwa. We are about to begin. I will just admit people as they come through. Okay. We are here to basically share. Is anyone not Zulu? So that if we even make ama lokunjan examples and then no one minds, but again, we'll just keep it in English unless you require us to do it in both languages. So we preserve and enhance your wealth using gold. This is the purpose of our business. We teach you how to preserve your wealth and enhancing your wealth. Those are the two products that I'm going to be sharing with you just now. So we encourage people to not sell the business, but teach, educate on how you can preserve and enhance your wealth through buying gold. Okay. Right. Even. Okay. I'm trying to scroll and to the next page. And it's not allowing me. What the hell is going on now? Right. Can you see the next screen? QMIE.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. All right. So my keys just got locked. All right. This is Quantum Metal Exchange Incorporated. One thing I like about this, it's basically talking about the company preparing itself to get listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So the company is preparing itself, and it has been doing this since 2021 and 2020, yes, 2021. So in our last week's gala dinner, the founder himself, he was able to even unpack how far they are. And we will soon get a date as to when it's going to be listed. And he has also told us that they have about $60 million worth of stock gold stock sitting as reserves, because when you're going to be listed on the stock exchange, you must have reserves of armed amount. So currently, Quantum Metal has about $60 million worth of stock. And when that stock is sold, it's going to increase up to trillions. So if you don't know about that, we also even have videos. So I'm not just thumb sucking this information. Okay, so this is our founder, Datolin Soon. He has been working with gold over the past 20 years, and he's been working in South Africa. All that he does, he used to do, it was gold preservations. Basically, he has been dealing with scrap gold and refining it and then reusing it. So imagine when you are just dealing with a byproduct and bringing it back to life. So that was his journey. And obviously, he was able to network with relevant parties, such as Bullion, a bank, during his time in South Africa, and he learned a lot about gold. And then thereafter, he went back to Malaysia. That's where he started this company, whereby he teaches more about how you can transform your currency into gold, so that you can flee from currency inflation. Right. And then over and above that, then we have here Quantum Metal, right? He established the company called Quantum Metal, which we are talking about, and that was established in 2012, July, and it is the largest gold bar distributor in Malaysia. Over and above that, what do they distribute? They distribute a 99.99% gold, which is known to be the bullion. And when it comes to jewelry, it's commonly known as the 24 carats gold. So the bullion are the carat bars, you know, those gold bars that we've seen. Right, you can Google them, and one thing you will learn about them is that they are the most precious metal when it comes to gold. It's the best metal to acquire, including the gold coins. Right. Right, and then they also form part of the London Bullion Market Association. Right, what does that mean? It means they are able, Quantum Metal is able to buy gold over the counter. Imagine that, buying gold like you're buying milk. Ooh. So it means they are top notch, they are regulated, you know, they can do that. Okay. All right. These are our partners globally. Currently, Quantum Metal is found in 13 different countries, and they are planning to be allocated in 60 countries. That is our next goal. Right, these are the countries: Australia, then also the shareholding percentages within those countries. We've got in the US, we've got in the UK, Thailand, UK, Singapore, right, Indonesia as well. And then we've got South Africa. South Africa, we've got this one just recently arrived in Africa. It's been 2 years in the making, such that we had this celebration last week regarding our anniversary, 2nd year anniversary. Right. Okay, my laptop is giving me troubles. So okay. So this is our country partner, Mr. Sabela Mahlalela. He is the person who brought Quantum Metal. He is also a director. We have our offices in Johannesburg, and he is a former commercial executive of Bidvest. He used to be a deputy chairperson of the Gauteng Gambling Board, a vice chairperson of the Federated Hospitality Association, and more. So he has all of these accolades. He is also an author of 3 different books. So he is also a chairperson of Mpumalanga University. So he's the one who brought this opportunity, and he is in partnership with Datolin So he's not just doing this all by himself. So he is in partnership with Datolin Consume, which is great. I appreciate that because he's not just on his own. Okay. And then we also have our business partners, which are the banks from Malaysia. There's Bank of Mulat, there is Afen Bank, and Arhun Tikon. Never mind my pronunciation. And all of these banks have been awarded these achievements. And Quantum Metal is also in compliance with Shira law. What is Shira law? Shira law basically means that for any product that you sell or you buy, it must be physically there. So for any gold that we acquire, it doesn't matter how many grams or 0.00 something grams, but it must be in existence. So I will further give you more information with regards to that, Uti. How is it placed, right? We've got our partner as well, who is Brinks. Brinks is a 150-year-old company which deals with gold. And obviously, it's a third party which deals with AmaVolts. What do I mean about voltage? Basically, they secure or they keep all the goods such as your art painting, your valuable goods such as your art painting, your diamonds, your gold, your silver, and all of that. And over and above that, what they also do, Andile has a problem. What they also do, they ensure that if your product needs to be moved from point A to point B, they make sure that they deal with those logistics and ensure that your product is safeguarded. All right. Over and above that, Quantum Metal has also partnered with Lloyd's of London in terms of insuring the gold. So our gold is insured by Lloyd's of London, 100% insured. Lloyd's of London is typically known for insuring the biggest ship or the largest ship, known to be Titanic. They basically are the mother body of the insurance companies, right? So that is their industry. Okay. So it's important that you also go and Google these companies and know more, learn more about them, because some of the information we cannot divulge because obviously time constraints, we have to move on to the next information. Right, we also have our partner, which is the Petmint Australia, whereby we buy our gold, the bullion gold. And this one is 100% owned by the government of Australia, and they manufacture the gold. And over and above that, one thing I liked what Datolin Consun also announced is the fact that he has bought a mining company in Australia. So for me, my understanding is when you buy a mine, it means he's extracting the raw material, and then it goes to Perthmint, and then this is where it gets manufactured, like what you know in South Africa. You know, they extract our minerals, and we can't refine them. It has to go to other countries and then get refined and then come back as jewelry. So it seems as if now he is kind of closing the whole value chain, which is good. Right. This is also our partner, the largest bank in the world, and it is known to be the top-notch bank. This is ICBC. It's called the Industrial of Commercial Bank of China. It's found in China, and it also owns 20% of Standard Bank. And in Malaysia, they have an opportunity to also acquire these gold coins. Basically, you choose whether you want the 99.99% gold or you want the ICBC coins. Right. These are our joint venture partners, and they are non-governmental partners. The ACO, which is Asian Cooperative Organization, which is located in 10 countries, and it has over 60 million members. And then this one is the Malaysia Cooperative Organization, which has over 6.5 million members. Okay. Now that is the end of our history or background, business background. Now let's get into the actual presentation, which is now talking about why gold and how does it work. So our gold, why do we want you to buy gold? We want you to buy gold because this is a scarce resource and it's limited. You know, with scarcity, when it can always create demand. Obviously, when demand is rising up, it means that the prices also shoot up. So that's when we also have an opportunity where we are making more profits, right? Secondly, gold is used as a form of exchange. In other words, when you are buying gold, you are just moving your currency from left pocket to the right pocket. You are not actually spending. You are just safeguarding your gold, because you know that if you don't safeguard your currency and you are not transforming it to gold, chances your $100 or 100 Rand bill or 200 bill in the next 3 months, it's no longer going to be worth a 200 Rand. It's going to be less that. So that's the purpose we are moving our currency or our fiat currency or whatever currency into gold, right? So gold is the best method of preserving your wealth. Thirdly, when we are buying gold, we are storing value because we want to maintain the value of that particular currency. Maintain it or increase the value, because the price of gold, obviously, it always increases. It doesn't remain stagnant. We also have a tax-free advantage if you are owning gold. Obviously, when regarding that, you will have to speak to your accountant in order to exploit that tax-free advantage. And then obviously we just spoke about gold hedging against inflation. I've just explained that. And then it's another method of diversifying your portfolio. You might have other portfolios where you are buying your crypto, where you are doing this and that. Okay, somebody is, let me just unmute everyone else. Just hold on. Let's mute. Buddha, please mute yourself. Is it Remy? Mute. Okay. All right, let's continue. Right. And here is the big question. Somebody, we just mute everyone. Yeah, thanks. Mute all. Okay. All right. So what if we digitalized gold? Obviously, gold it's also digitalized. And hello, thank you for opening your camera. I really appreciate it. Oh, I think it's Remy. So it's interesting that our gold is digitalized. Being digitalized, it doesn't mean that we have digitized gold. It means we are able to access our gold digitally. More like you are able to access your money from your app from any bank, right? So if you have a zero bank balance, you cannot transfer any funds, isn't it so? But if you have 500 Rand, 1,000 Rand, 10 million Rand, you can move your funds to the next person. So it's the same thing. So when we say your money is digitalized, it doesn't mean that it's money from thin air. It's really existing money. You can't transfer something that doesn't exist. So that's what we simply mean about digitalized gold, right? Right. But we have our gold physically, right? And then the nice thing about gold is the fact that our gold, you can own it fractionally. In other words, you can buy as little as whatever that you afford. You can buy 0.5 grams of gold. You can buy 1 gram of gold. It's according to your affordability, right? You don't have to become a wealthy person in order for you to own gold, which is super, right? It's a plus for the company and it's a plus for the members. Secondly, it has liquidity. In other words, we are able to sell our gold any given point in time, no strings attached. When I say no strings attached, I mean you don't have to take months in order for you to sell. You don't have to look for a buyer. So in other words, you can just sell your gold within 7 working days. You receive whatever that you have sold. Right? There is flexibility. We will teach you about the 3 products that we have regarding gold so that you can understand where flexibility is coming from. Our gold is transferable. You can sell your gold to the next person instantly within, even on a Saturday, instantly within minutes of you just selling that gold. It's more like you are sending an SMS and you don't have to pay anything. There are no fees when you are just transferring your gold. But it's important that you must know that whatever gold that you transfer, you can only transfer for a person within that region, within the country, within that specific country. So I cannot send a gold to a person who is in the US, but I can send to anybody within Africa, right? We can also, you have an option to convert your gold to physical gold. Currently in Africa, for you to opt for that option, you have to own about 1 kilogram worth of gold in order to be able to do such. However, say you are just visiting Abu Dhabi, you can withdraw your 5 grams of gold, 50 grams of gold, because Abu Dhabi and other countries, they have gold ATMs. So that's how you can convert your gold into physical gold, right? And then our gold is borderless. In other words, you can sell your gold anywhere. Currently, we have this unfortunate war that is going on, Russia, Israel, and so forth. Guess what? It doesn't affect us, even if the war would come to Malaysia, but because we know that this is where everything started, but our gold is never going to be affected because guess what? Our gold is staying in Brinks, which is not in Malaysia. And it is also 100% insured and all of that. So it is borderless, right? It is not centralized, right? And then gold is timeless. The nice thing now, when I say timeless, we are able to buy our gold 24/7. Now we no longer have to speak to Forex. It all started this week. Forex is no longer part of our process in the pipeline. So we are just receiving our funds and paying our funds directly to Absa Bank. How cool is that? Okay. So now let's teach you more about what quantum metal provides. It provides an economic recovery solution. So we are all here to just give you solutions on how you can recover in this economy, right? We're already in a mess, but the main thing now, how can we get out of this mess? Obviously, we can't get out of the mess today. We have to start today in order for ourselves to get out of the mess in a year, 2 or so, right? So gold opportunity is a mid-term to long-term goal, right? So we have these 3 products. Remember, we spoke about flexibility earlier on. These are the 3 flexible products. We've got the GSA, which is our gold storage account, where we just buy gold and store it, and you can sell your gold any given point in time. The reason we've got the GSA, personally, I look at the GSA as a form of, to a client, for instance, let's say a person has about 200,000 rand, and the person wants to safeguard the 2,000 rand. Why? Simply because I don't want my 200,000 rand to be exposed to inflation. And at the same time, secondly, I need my 2,000 rand anytime. Like maybe I might need 10,000 rand in the next 2-3 months, or 50,000 rand. So for me, I suggest that you take those funds and put them on the GSA, simply because when the price of gold increases, your 200,000 will also increase, and you are not going to lose value of your currency. So, and at any given point in time, you want to sell your gold, you can sell your gold. So that's the purpose of the GSA. Or I don't want to buy a property, because when it's time for me, should it happen that in this economy, I have a problem with my 1 million rand property that I have bought. It could be a luxury apartment, and that luxury apartment, you don't know what's going to happen in this economy. But one thing I know for sure is that gold doesn't, it will never go to zero. And if you want to sell the 100,000 from the 1 million rand from your GSA, you can sell it within 7 working days. But if you were to sell your luxury apartment, it doesn't matter whether you've got the Airbnbs and have that, but you won't be able to sell it within 7 working days. Am I lying? And certainly you will have other costs incurred. So this is a good place where you can safeguard your money. Secondly, we have what we call the GCA. The GCA is the Gold Convert Account. The Gold Convert Account, once again, this one is where you preserve your wealth, right? Even the GSA, you also preserve your wealth because you don't want your funds to be depleted, right? How do you preserve your wealth and enhance them on the GCA? Because it's the Gold Convert Account. Here we have an opportunity whereby with your 100 rand, I'm still going to explain this further, but I'm just making an example. With your 100 Rand, you can buy gold and you can receive 85% cash back, which is 85 Rand. Obviously, that is not the minimum amount. The minimum amount is 1,000 Rand. So from your 1,000 Rand that you want to use probably for your weekly uses, for instance, it could be your petrol for the week, it could be fruits and whatever, send for sandwiches for the kids for the week. You can just, firstly, before you spend that money, you can just convert it into gold. You are going to buy gold for 1,000 Rand, and then you will receive your cash from the gold that you are holding, which is 85%, which allows you to now stretch the 1,000 Rand into 1,800 Rand. Why do I say you have stretched your money? I mean, remember, you have bought your 1,000 Rand gold, and secondly, you have received the 850. Now it means you've already, those two together, they give you 1,850. How cool is that? Right. And then obviously we also have a fee that is calculated on an annual basis, the 3.5% on all of these flexible solutions. But the nice thing about it, they only charge you a fee as and when you are selling your gold. If you don't sell your gold for the next 5 years, no one is going to be charging a fee. Unless you sell your gold, then they will be calculating the 3.5% times the number of years that you've been holding your gold, right? And then we also have the GAE 5 times and the GAE 10 times. These ones, we use them as our asset enhancement, meaning just because they understand that you are selling your gold, just hold on. They understand that you are just selling your gold. You are buying gold and you are going to hold. You are not going to be requesting the 85% cashback, and therefore the company has partnered with Bullion Bank, and Bullion Bank has given us an opportunity whereby they will give us a flexi payment of 9 times. So whatever that you buy, Quantum Metal will give you a flexi payment of 9 times or 4 times, depending on the GAE that you are acquiring, right? And you can top it up any given point in time. Actually, all our products, you can buy them anytime, as many times as you want. Right, here's our GAE 10 times. Here's an example. You are buying a $1,000 worth of gold, and you'll be receiving 18 grams of gold. And here we are, Quantum Metal is giving you a flexi payment of 9 times. In total, you are holding about 166 grams worth of gold, which is worth $10,000. When the price of gold increases by 10%, guess what? Me and you, because we bought from Quantum Metal, it will increase at 100% for us. Right. If when the price of gold increases at 20%, me and you, it will increase at 200%. We've just seen the price of gold increasing the past 2-3 days, and just the past 3 weeks, the price of gold was very low. And whoever bought during that time, they've already made profit. How cool is that? Okay, let's move on. And then we also have the GSA. Here's a GSA you can buy from as little as $10, meaning you can buy from as little as 200 Rand, and you could be just receiving 0.17 grams worth of gold. Okay. And then on the GCA, if you were to buy the GCA, you will get 8.5 cashback. Obviously, you can't do the GCA using 200 Rand. It must be 1,000 Rand and above. Right. So basically the screen is just showing you that you can spend $10 and get the 8.5. At the same time, you are holding the gold worth $10, and with the 8.5, it's what you can spend. So here's your gold that you are holding, that you bought, and at the same time, they're giving you the spending money. And when you do the GSA, you get this 8.5% within 8.5% a cashback within 7 working days. Why within 7 working days? Simply because they understand that these are the funds that you're going to be using for your expenses. What are they doing? They are teaching us to actually back up your expenses. Don't just pay your expenses and then that's it. It's the end of it. But if you choose to back up your expenses before you go and host a party, whatever party you are hosting, rather buy gold first and then get the 85% from that 100,000 of whatever party or wedding, and then from the 850,000 rands, then you can host that wedding. 85,000, yeah. Then you can host that wedding and enjoy yourself. The nice thing about it, even when the wedding is over, guess what? You're still holding your grams of gold. When the price of gold increases, you can sell the grams of gold that you are holding. So when you sell that gold, what the company will do, it will first minus the 850,000 or the 85,000 rand that you have received, and then minus the 3.5% that is a fee, an annual fee, and over and above that, you will be receiving the balance. How cool is that? Then simple, easy transaction. Okay, right. So this is our smart spending. Basically here, they're just showing you a person who backs up his expenses and a person who doesn't. So here you are probably on a monthly basis, or let's look at this as your child's school fees. On a monthly basis, instead of just paying the 10,000 rand to your child's school and get nothing after that, obviously you would get the results, the child's results, and obviously them moving to the next grade. But now we are saying, let's create that schooling to become an asset for yourself as a parent who has been paying 10,000 rand on a monthly basis, right? Or whether 10,000 rand is for your bond or is for your car, you can choose what's it for, or is it your salary? Right, here's your 10,000 rand on a monthly basis before you go and spend your expenses of this 10,000 rand. You choose to buy gold. And when you choose to buy gold, you are already receiving 8 grams of gold. And within 7 working days, you are receiving the 8,500 rand into your bank account within 7 working days. Right, you do it for each and every month, each and every month, each and every month. By the end of the year, you would have acquired or accumulated 120,000 rand worth of gold. And in terms of the grams of gold, you would have acquired 96 or accumulated 96 grams of gold. And guess what? You would have received about 102,000 rands from the 10,000 or from the 120 that you've been putting in, right? And let's look at the person who was not buying gold. The person who was not buying gold, let's say they were just saving 1,500 on a monthly basis, they would have made about 18,000 rand in terms of savings at the end of the year. And they would have utilized the 120 just like you and have 0 gold. Guess what? Say a month later or during the course of the time, the price of gold increases and you are at a green position whereby you are able to sell and make profit. Guess what? You would be holding about 96 grams of gold, of which you can sell from. But this person has nada. But you have both paid for your expenses. So which one do you choose amongst the two? He's still saving the 1,500, and you are still saving, but the difference between you and him, whatever that you've saved, yours has accumulated 220,000 rand. And at the same time, you have spent 102 rand, 102,000 rand. Right. But this person has 0 gold. So you can choose which one you prefer. Right. Okay. Right. So how do I become a member? For you to become a full member in Quantum Metal, you need to become an introducer. In order for you to become an introducer, basically it means you have to buy the GAE 5 times or the GAE 10 times. Right. The GAE 10 times is this one. It's about $250 plus the fees of about $79. Altogether, it comes to $330. I'm just rounding it off. And this one, the GAE 5 times, this one, it's $75. You don't pay the fees upfront, right? The difference between the two, this one, you cannot rank up using it, but you will be able to receive commissions from the people under you. But it will not allow you to rank up in becoming a consultant. This one, you can rank up, and at the same time, you are able to receive commissions. The nice thing again about you becoming an introducer, it doesn't matter which one you acquire. For the GCA, the gold converter, the one that you received 85% cashback, when you have that one, you have an opportunity to receive less 2% of whatever that you are buying. Okay, so basically it's either you call it commission or you call it a discount. Okay, these are just the colors of your rings. So as an introducer, you'll become white. As a consultant, it's yellow. And then the next consultant, it will be orange and so forth. Right. So in order for you, once you become an introducer, basically once you have bought your GAE 5 times, you will now become an introducer, whether it's a GAE 5 times or a GAE 10 times, will now become an introducer. So your next step will be you becoming a dealer, which is a consultant. So from this point on, we are all becoming consultants. So it's different names for different consultants. But once you become consultant number 1 up to the last consultant, we are all consultants. It's just that at what rank of a consultant you are. So on a normal basis or globally, this is what the opportunity stands. This is where it stands. You have an opportunity to bring 5 members and have total sales of $7,500. But in Africa, only in Africa, we have this promotion since February up until the end of December 31. We have an opportunity whereby you can just bring 5 members and you can sell $2,500 worth of total sale on the GAE 10 times only. GAE 10 times. Okay. So basically this is the promotion, but this was the end. The last one ended on the 30th, but I don't have the latest letter. But what I'm telling you, it's the truth. The next end of promotion date, it's the 31st of December. Right. Now we have our dealers here. These are our current dealers. We have only about 12 dealers in Africa, which is William P. We've got Umlungisi Ngcobo, our second dealer. We've got Precious Mohale. We've got myself. We've got Ulonga Rocha. We've got Uzamokwakhe. We've got Usbongile Zuma, Elias Mashabela. We've got Andile Makunga, Leon Daniels, Pindile Dlamini, and Bafigile Robuluza as our dealer. Right. I have now what you call a testimony. Here's a testimony. This was done or was acquired by one of our consultants in Malaysia. So when she started, it's a lady. When she started she started in 2021, right? The 2nd of February. I mean, the 18th of February. And this is what she was able to acquire. Actually, she started in 2020. So a year later, this is how much that she acquired. 50,000 rands. In terms of rands, 50,391 rand, 60 cents. So imagine if you were to join a business and after 12 months, this is how much I've made, 50,000 rand. Most of the people will actually let it go. But with Quantum Metal, it's business, it's formula. It's all about building. You must make sure that your foundation is strong and healthy. Okay, let's look at the following year. We'll see how much this woman made. So the following year, same month, same date, this is how much she made, 21 million rands. Imagine 12 months later, you have already accumulated this much from 50,000 to 21,000. How cool is that? And then 3 months later, in May 2022, this is how much she accumulated, 43 million rands. And then on a good day, which is just this year in April, this is how much she made. She made about 2 million rands. Okay. So we just had our gala dinner last weekend. It was a black tie. It was a celebration. And here we are today. It's exciting times. And this is how it went. This is our program director. I'm just going to show you a few of the pictures. Mr. Mahlalela, he is our founder. And this is Jeff, is basically our operations guy. Anything that is regarding Africa, he's a go-to person. Obviously through Mr. Mahlalela. This is us, the 12 dealers in Africa and the consultants in globally from Malaysia. Okay, and the founder. And these are other members who attended. Here's our leader, Umlungisi, the ladies. Yeah. This is basically what was happening. So in order for you to become one of the members, you need to get a link from the person who shared the business with you, and you can sign up. In order for you to sign up, you don't need to pay anything. It's just a matter of registering. And then as soon as you are ready, then you can start exploring these 3 flexible opportunities that the company is offering. Okay, this is the end of our presentation. Are there any questions or any comments regarding this? Just stop sharing. Any questions? Yes, Mlungisi.
Wow. Thanks, Leader Malisedi Mlojwa, for this presentation. As I can look at the screen, I see that it's not a high turnout. My understanding is that it's raining out there in KwaZulu-Natal. The weather is not that good. Maybe the network as well is another negative factor. But what I'm sure about is that people are excited about this opportunity. It's a rare opportunity. It's the first time that we get this access of this precious metal called gold, you know. So gold is a 234 trillion, you know, the rand industry. It's like almost more than 5,000 years old. If we go to the Holy Bible, Abu Baba Abraham, they were using it as a form of money, you know, exchange of money. Up until the politician came on board, they manipulated the system. They put gold aside as a commodity, and then they've introduced their own fiat currency, which is like very weak. It's not backed up by anything. They keep on printing it. You know, the more they print it, it loses its value. You know, so the biggest thief, which is inflation, is the one that keeps on depreciating this fiat currency. You know, if we look at going back 1990, I remember very well, a loaf of bread was 3 rands, a liter of petrol was 3 rands, and then $1 was equals to 3 rands. But today, $1 is equals to about 20 rands or so. A liter of diesel or petrol is about 23 rands. Bread is about 19 rands to 20 rands. So now, any money that you keep in a bank, it loses its value. You know, so it's not a good idea to keep your money at the bank. Take out that money and exchange it, transform it into gold using this platform, Quantum Metal. Because once it gets there, remember that when the fiat currency goes down, the gold price goes up. There's an inverse relationship. When the fiat currency price goes up, gold goes down, you know. So we know that gold has been there. It's not going anywhere. If you were to take an acid and apply it on gold, gold is not gonna disappear, or you know. But if you can apply the acid onto the coin is gonna burn and get finished. Same thing applies. The house is burning. There's cash there. There's gold. The cash is gonna get finished, but gold is not gonna get finished. You know, we remember in 2021 what happened to the World Trade Center in USA. It was just taken down in like 5 to 20 minutes by the fire. It means that, you know, even property, you can't compare property to gold. Gold is more powerful than property. You know, it can be sold just in 7 working days. So it's very important that we must have gold, you know. As you've given us the amazing presentation, I know that other people think that it's about buying of gold. No, it's not about buying of gold, but it's an exchange of fiat currency into gold. And also it's about exchange of the expenses, transforming the expenses into gold. That's it, you know. So fortunately, we are blessed that this company, Quantum Metal, as you've said in your presentation, it's, you know, the gold reserves are almost like 1.4 trillion US dollars, which is amazing, you know. So it's a safe company. The insurance is Lloyd's London, you know. Other people think that, oh, gold is a long-term thing, you know. Let me put it like this. Yes, in 5 years' time, using the historical information, yes, the price of gold is doubled. Ne? However, this does not stop you. If you realize that you've got a profit, say, in 1 month or 2 months, and if you can say that you've made that profit, you can terminate or you can sell that contract and then take your profit aside and then wait for the price to go down a bit and then rebuy gold, you know. You can do that, you know, as and when you need cash. But now, here's a trick now. let's say you've made a profit of say 1,000 to 1,500 because you've got one contract, all right? Why don't you have many contracts? Eh? How about we've got 1,500 profit, but just because you've got like 10 contracts, that 1,500 multiplied by 10, now you see yourself having 15,000 rand profit. You know, this is our own, I don't want to say, this is our own return. They call it ROI or ROI or whatever. Yeah. But this is going to be our own profit in our own language of gold. You know, I know of a practical example in September or October. One guy made 33% return on gold.
Profit.
33% in profit in 18 days. And that profit is gold. Yeah, it's gold. Like we've said, it is gold. So if he wants to cash it out, he can cash it out, spend with his family, you know. So how about those 33? If you've got 10 contracts, you'll have 33% 10 times. Then that will mean that you've got 330% return or profit, you see, in gold. So we also just make sure that you monitor the price of gold regularly, weekly, you know, daily, and then terminate or sell the gold. So this is fun, you know, this is fun. And make sure that when you buy gold or when you transform your fiat currency into gold, record somewhere in your Truequire book the price that you've entered, you know, so that as and when the price goes up, you keep on checking your price. What price did I enter? Make sure that you keep on checking that. All right, it's just very important. Okay, so now it makes us realize that, you know, accumulating gold and keep on buying gold or saving on gold, just do it as many times as you are. Use monthly expenses, use monthly salary. Before you buy a house, buy gold, just have as many contracts as possible so that you can have as many profits as possible as well. I hope we are clear about that one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mdu. Guys, please do ask questions. It doesn't matter even if you're asking isiZulu. This is an open conversation. And based on what Mlu was just saying, recently, as I have mentioned, the price of gold just a few weeks was down, and then just 2-3 days ago, the price of gold increased. Guess what? Those people already made profit from just buying just a few weeks ago. Some of them, they actually made more profit than me. I've been here in the business long time, but because I bought my gold when the price was high, but I haven't made profit. So it's not going to be something that is the same with everyone. It depends when you bought your gold. But the nice thing about being part of gold is the fact that gold is going to increase irrespectively, because we can see even no one is telling us Uguti, we are currently on recession. We are on recession. Look at what the food prices are doing. Look at what fuel prices doing. So it's more like we are during 2020, the COVID times. And during that time, the price of gold increased as well. So the nice thing about being part of gold business is the fact that we are not like crypto. We are not volatile. And our price is shooting up one way. Yes, it does go down, but it doesn't go down as bad as crypto. So this is a right place to secure your fiat currency. Any other comments? I don't want to be speaking too much. Remy, you look like you have something up your sleeves. Hello, Miguel. Oh, unmute yourself then. Unmute yourself. Let me unmute you then. The unmute again. Unmute lapha enzansi.
Maybe she doesn't have a comment.
Oh, okay. I don't think okay. I think she was talking. She was okay. Okay, it's fine. Oh, Nango, yes. Perfect. You can talk again, so right. Do you want to say something, Remy? All right, Manje, you can talk. Remy? Oh, okay. Let's allow anyone else then. Any questions? Any questions, guys?
Yeah,
Yes, no, yes, Mapolo.
Yeah, no, the presentation was very good. Yasifundisa a lot because we still want to understand more ngegold. Kodwa ke sithambile presentation mhlambe ngathi nje afese sibe nayo into ethi mhlambe at least once a week iphinde ibuye. Mhlambe zodependa ukuthi sivumelana kanjani in terms of isikhathi sakho nabanye abangasisiza ukuthi baqhubeke bapresent until sijwayele ngoba namhlanje akubanga lula ukuthi abantu bonke babe khona kwi-presentations in Durban and the rest of KZN. But we can do the presentation.
All right. I appreciate that. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. So what you're gonna do, let's do it we can do it every Sunday or every Saturday. It depends on you. Every Sunday around about this time, unless I happen to have any commitment. If I happen to have such a commitment, we have Brother Mlungisi who can take you through the presentation. It's not a problem. Angithi Mlu, you don't mind doing that? I believe he's still here.
No,
yeah, he's still here. Yeah.
I don't mind, yeah.
Yeah, we can take amatens between myself and Umlu. We can present the business. So that's not a problem. So ngamanye amazwi, next week Sunday, 3 o'clock, Azish.
Another thing to comment akuyona ile ethi mhlambe need ukugcila kancane kule nto ukuthi umuntu uma eserejistile ama steps ukuthi afake imali ebhank ukuze akwazi nokuchuza ukuthi uchuza kanjani kulama categories awu-3 egold. Mhlambe mangathi ukuthi mawubona noma mhlambe nisendela ama video or something like voice notes ama steps towards that, but kuba ngcono uma kuyinto voice note noma video something like that.
Ubala lolo wena nje yazi ngendlela okusimple ngayo kuzokukhathaza nokuthola i-voice note. Wena nje mawusu ready, you can contact me, you can contact Umlu, you can, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's a 1, 2, 3 step. So of which it probably it won't help you more you are not doing it right now. It's not complicated. Yazi kufana nani, it's more like uyokhokhela ingane esikoleni. Mawukhokhela ingane esikoleni noma uyokhokhela ugesi noma ama-rates akho. So uyahamba uya kwi-app yakho yebhenki, uthatha sekunikeza ama-bank details akho Metal Absa Bank, uyowafaka nje as i-beneficiary kwi-app yakho. Emva lokho usuyakhokha, and then wenze sure ukuthi as a reference ukufaka i-account number yakho yani yaka Quantum Metal, of which sizokutshengisa ukuthi nayi account number uyithola la. So it's very easy, and then uyakhokha. So ke i-voice note cabanga. So it's very, very easy. And then ke sekuya ngawe ukuthi le mali oyikhokhayo ukhokha ukuthenga i-JAE 10 times, uthenga i-convert. Kodwa kusalayo imali iyafana ukuthi uyifaka kanjani. Sekuwukuthi ke mase usuyifakile usuzo-attach-a ke i-proof of payment. I-proof of payment iyona ke sizodetermine ukuthi mase uya ku-back office ngenza i-GCA ya 85 cashback noma ngenza i-GAE. Ulapho umehluko kuphela. But i-payment iyafana, method iyafana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Determine ukuthi ufake imali kanani before uchoose i-gold olithathayo.
Absolutely. Ngoba ungawufaka u-10,000 kanti awuthengi i-GAE wena wenza i-GCA. Kodwa kusalayo uzofaka kule same account le kade uzofaka kuyona, whether ufaka i-GAE, whether ufaka i-GCA. Yeah. All right, Siki. Siyabonga. Anything else before sivale?
Sinokhabazela lana. Ntokozo.
Uphi uNtokozo singamboni nje? Uphi singamboni? Angibaboni mina. All right, let's just stop our recording.